Come sit us, Snoop. We gonna show them what it is. So y'all know, this that soldier bud right here. It's called Limitless. And so the great thing about this, Snoop, is not just recreation. We giving back to all the veterans. You know, my grandfather, that's where this came from. He used to have to sneak and get weed. And
take care of his illness.
Yep, before he passed, we in the hood hustling. We had to get him some weed, but now, we able to put veterans on, salespeople and stuff like that. So I feel like this brand is bigger. This called, pain medicine. We want to take this for the pain for the veterans. We hiring veterans and giving them opportunities. So.
And that's dope, because my dad is a Vietnam vet.
Yes.
So I can go ahead and break bread and give him a little bit of that, because he's going to try to take a little bit anyway. I can put something to the side for him. Give me a few bags for him.
Yeah, I got
2 bags will last him a whole year.
I got you.
You know them niggas in Vietnam, they roll pinheads, man. They gonna make it work.
And people don't realize, when we talking about African-American ownership and creating companies and brands, Sonya's involved in this. My baby mama and my dad is involved in this.
Yes, sir.
Big P. He wanted to come see you, but
that's my guy.
Yeah. Oh man, he was waiting for you.
I just put some footage up when I seen him in New Orleans at the All-Star game. I just popped that footage up the other day. Shout out to Big P.
Yeah.
The biggest P of them all.
Yeah. So y'all, we gonna turn up. If we could listen to some music, we gonna do something different for y'all.
And give y'all some real conversation.
Yeah, real conversation.
A lot of guys need game, Pete.
Yeah.
And it's like the game that you gave me, they see me doing my thing and doing businesses and branding out and doing different things, but they don't know that I got that from you.
Yeah.
And where did you get that from? And how did you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to be the first businessman in rap. I ain't going to just be a rapper. I'm going to be a / businessman and have brands.
Well, I think it was important for me, Snoop, to where I feel like I came from nothing. I got the game from my grandparents, Big Mama and Big Daddy, and they always wanted us to have something in life. And it's like, we in a project, we starving, we hurting, and it's like, in order for us to survive this, somebody got to go out and create something.
Right.
And so me, my whole life been like, man, I got to go create something. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm appreciative because, even you look at the documentary, I never was trying to be the best rapper in the world. You was one of the best rappers ever came to our team. You and Mystical and Mayor X. And but my thing was, I know I could hustle. I know I'm a businessman. And I said, if I could help y'all with y'all careers, then I could just keep flourishing. And I think a lot of people, Snoop, that when they watch this documentary, it's some people that's not in there. And some people in your life, you don't talk about because they wasn't a part of the journey.
Right.
They was a part of the season.
Right.
In the Bible, they say people have seasons. And so when I first was in Richmond and then went to Oakland, when people see me, they thought I was a country boy. Like, okay, they see me and know P got bread. Let's try to get him in the studio. Let's get his break. So I want everybody to know, everybody that ever did business with me got paid for everything they did. Most of them got overpaid.
Right.
And it's like, how could you still be upset 25 years later because you're not on this journey? Most of them never was on any hit records with us.
Right.
So the people that's in this document, I want y'all to know, these are the people that paved the way. We sold millions of records. When Snoop came from Death Row, came to us, he had a whole different mindset. And that's what I was trying to do with you, to show you that you don't need to think that way you used to think. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And you taught us how to think outside of the box, because we was only used to thinking we can only be hood or we can only be around the corner. You showed us how we can get outside of the box by even putting us on everybody's project. When we rapped on other people's projects, that helped them, that helped us, and that helped the fans grow with the whole No Limit community.
But let me tell you something what's crazy, Snoop. So when you signed with us, the whole world was looking at Suge and me to go head and it really wasn't about that. It was just a business deal. When you came to me, I told you a lot of stuff, dog. We not into that. We ain't into no beefing. We ain't into no talking about people. None of that shit. You remember when we sit down?
Let it go. You told me to be a man and move forward and think about my family and my life, and you moved me down south so I didn't have to deal with all of this negative shit that I was constantly pulling me back and forth.
Yeah, but look how God changed your life and gave you so many blessings when you decide to do the right thing.
Right.
And that's what I want this generation that's watching this saying, because we was all wild and crazy. So my thing is, and we never, think about it, during that journey, even when Suge them was going down or whatever, it was our time. I ain't never said nothing negative.
You extended your hand to them niggas.
Yeah.
I seen you show them love at a concert that they came to. and you let them niggas in.
Yeah.
So you was on some different shit. You was as far as like being about black businesses. You was about learning and teaching.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I felt like you was the bigger man. That's why we won at the end of the day, because we put God first, and we didn't use that ignorant shit and try to match ignorant with ignorant.
Yeah. But that's why God keep blessing us. That's why 20-something years later we free and alive. That's what people have to realize. And you know, I did let them in that night and said, man, if y'all won't come party, come on party. Just don't be about no, you know what I'm saying? And then, but that's why I tell people you got to put your trust and faith in God. God let murderers, he let prostitutes into heaven. That's when I understood that. I said, man, let me start getting my life together.
Right. Stop trying to judge people.
Exactly. And do
right.
Better. And none of us perfect.
Nah, we
think
all
about
make
it.
mistakes.
Yeah, we all in bed. We work in progress.
Right.
And so I think this what I want people to get out of this too, because they look at it, think it's gonna be a no limit death row thing. No, it ain't about that, man. How come y'all ain't put Suge up against Jimmy Iovine?
Right, right.
Let's be honest.
Brothers.
Or Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
think
or
about
Sony
it.
Records.
See what I'm saying?
Right, but you want to pit him up against the black man that's doing the same thing, trying to help out young black men get out of the hood and teach us ownership.
Yeah.
But see, that's the system. But we broke the system.
Yeah.
Because now me and Suge got a great relationship.
Yeah.
I got a great relationship with P, with Dr. Dre, with everybody, because I learned from P to forgive and forget and try to move forward and try to help us elevate as a people. So I'm about us as one, not just me.
Let me tell you something what's crazy, right? In California alone, is no celebrities have did much as me and you for the community. Think about it. I don't care who it is. We always in the community. We always helping the kids. That's why the community always rooting for us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I've been in here 25 years giving back, and I'm not even from here.
And sometimes you don't even have a camera on the things that you give back to. See, that's the part that we are great at. Some stuff we don't even want y'all to know about. Because we're doing it from our heart, so it don't need to be filmed or broadcast or some big production to bring it across to you.
So me and Janelle have started a project called Urban Born, and people don't realize this. Some of the first kids that was in our program, and it's a true story, you could check the facts on this. One of our first kids in our program was Nipsey Hussle. So Nipsey Hussle came and was like, look, man, if you do the right thing, we're going to help you. And that's how I built the relationship with him. People don't realize, they think it's through music.
Right.
Like I had a program to help kids off the street, gang bang and all this type of stuff. It's called Urban Born. Y'all can check that out. Go pull it up. He was one of the first kids in our program.
Wow.
And to see how now, after he died, he ended up being so famous. But when he was here, nobody gave him his flowers. Nobody cared about the same music, Snoop, that ended up going. And that's why us being here today, we're going to share that love. I'm going to tell y'all something. This man is incredible. We're going to give him his flowers while here, because think about it. You didn't have to change. I got a bunch of people in my family that didn't change. They still ignorant. They still on the same thing. I like your whole movement because you decided to say, look, man, we ain't scared of nobody, because you know where we come from. A gay man to kill you, a little man to kill a big man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's so easy for us to be negative towards each other. All these rappers dying young. What about us doing right and teaching them the game? They don't want to show that. They don't want to showcase that. They don't want to showcase me and Suge did a business deal.
Right. That's what it was.
See what I'm saying? A business deal. Yeah. So I tell people all the time, one man trash is another man treasure.
Hello.
That's how I looked at it. Like he couldn't see it that, man, you got a brand new car, but you thinking that car using is, I'm like, okay, give me that. I'm going to put some paint on there and some wheels on
some
it.
music.
But I believed in you. You know that from day one. I showed you I believed in you. I'm not faking. I'm like, dude, I looked up to you as an artist. I was just a dude hustling. So you really put the work in to do this stuff. But me, I was a dude off the street getting bread, that I'm like, man, if I get good people around, that's all I want. Did I ever tell anybody who want to leave, man, you owe me money, you going to put me in on your deals, I'm going to break somebody's leg and all that shit and shoot somebody?
When I left, I started my label. I put out the East Siders, Doggy Style. I put out all kind of shit that went platinum, and you didn't ask me for a fucking dollar. And you could have got percentages.
To this day, have I ever asked you for anything?
Never. And
see, that's what I'm telling y'all, like, No Limit is a university. I want to see everybody that come through that blossom. But everybody not going to make it if they not committed. If they don't put the work in. Or they don't believe in themselves. You got to believe in yourself. It's like so when I first started doing music, I was a street dude, but I wasn't that good. So I was in the Bay. People was laughing at me, saying all this stuff. And that's what I'm showing in the documentary. it wasn't easy. I just didn't blow up. So it's almost like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got cut out of high school.
Right.
He wasn't the best player on the team, but he put the work in and got better and got better.
You outworked everybody.
That's what I did.
You outworked everybody because you had Jay Prince. You had all these brothers that was doing it, and you came and got information from them. And once you got that information,
I ran with it.
You ran a different race.
And I celebrate them to this day.
And you gave them they love.
Man.
As far as what they taught you. Like,
Jay
even put
Prince,
Tony Draper on there.
Draper.
Like, these is niggas that I know.
Uncle Luke.
I know what they meant to the game before Snoop Dogg was in the game. Like, that's why I always praise my G's.
Yeah.
I can't really give a lot of love and respect on that GOAT level to my peers as much as I can to niggas that came before me.
Yeah.
And the brothers that laid down the foundation, all those black labels from Uncle Luke to Tony Draper to Rap-A-Lot Records, that was the foundation of what you did. And once you got it, you ran a different race.
And guess what? We never hated on each other.
Never.
We never got mad that one got this, because in business it go up and down. So what I learned in business is that you got to know when to cash out. And when we went this high, Snoop, when it was time to cash out, I cashed out and kept it moving.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, but you don't look at even Project Records. Till this day, Project Records cashed out because they learned that from the white folks how to cash out. We don't teach that to our people.
Leave while you
and go start something else.
Yes.
Diversity. That's what people don't realize. It's like, you know, everybody tells us, oh, man, do one thing. If I did one thing, I'll be done right now.
Being able to have a multifaceted way of doing business, it shows you how to diversify your
because
portfolio.
especially if it's stuff that you know go with what you're doing.
Man, I remember when you had gas stations and stores in the mall. And, like, that shit was inspiring to me. Like, when I seen that, that made me want to have what you had, but it didn't make me envious of you. It made me want to learn from you. It made me want to be a student. How is P doing it? How is he winning? How is he having a label and giving niggas great situation? Now, if you blow it,
that's on you.
You blew it. But
Man,
I seen you give everybody the same situation. I got the same situation that everybody got on No Limit. My shit was no different than anybody else's.
But you outworked everybody. You came
But
to
you
work.
gave us all the work.
I gave everybody the
You
opportunity.
said, look, it's 30 albums we finna put out.
Yeah.
We in the ice cream shop every motherfucking day. It open from this time to this time.
Yeah.
We working on this album. Now, either you gonna get on it or you not.
Yeah.
And the motherfuckers that was there hungry, we in there asleep.
Let me tell y'all something about this man. He jumped on every record, every project. He hustled like he had nothing, like he was a new person in the game. That's what I respect about him. Same way I hustle. Pass me that bag right there, Snoop. Let me show y'all something. You never gonna stop me because I got product. So I went from the rap game, making music, as big as smalls. That's some chips, Migos. When nobody believed, Cardi B on the bag. Shout out to James Lindsay. That's my partner, man. Sometimes you got to get people that understand what you don't understand. It's called finding experts, and that's what we did in the music business. When Snoop found me, I was an expert at making money in this. That's why we here. So we got.
And when you gonna make some Snoop Dogg tape chips?
They coming.
You throwing all these chips out here.
Look,
I ain't seen one bag with my goddamn
you know what?
face on it.
We gonna get on Taz for that because he too slow. Right now, Snoop.
Boosie got the best one, so I can't even front.
We got the Boosie chips. Snoop coming soon.
I
so
got to go.
Me and you gonna make the deal before I leave today.
Let's cut the deal,
and look,
B.
We got the noodles. This all look.
Come on, man. You even got Uncle P's rice.
I got the Uncle P rice.
Playing. I need this right now. I'm cooking some chicken right now.
Go ahead. You gonna cook that, Snoop? Hold up. And then let me show y'all something, right? We got noodles. Who that is? That's the Boosie noodles.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, that's the Boosie noodles.
Come on now.
Come on, man. That's hot.
Come on now.
That's hot.
Look at Boosie. Look at your nephew.
I got E40. We representing the Bay.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me.
And now we need you.
You got
we need Los Angeles.
A dog,
we
man.
need Los Angeles.
Come on, man. Get it in.
I got some pancakes. That's the Master P, Uncle P pancakes right
here.
here.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. We trying out all of this.
Yeah, that's the Uncle P pancakes. Hold up. And then when you got them pancakes, I got some syrup for you.
No, you don't.
Come on, man. Ain't no more Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima. None of that. Y'all know we legit hustling right now. Ain't nobody gonna out-hustle me. No. Ain't no youngster out here gonna out-hustle me.
Never will.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to get something else. Oh, hold on. Give me that drink. That's the No Limit Energy drink, King Kong. So I don't know if y'all drink Red Bull, any of that stuff, the Bang or whatever. I call this cotton candy. It has no aftertaste, and it have me up all day. That's how I do all this. I'm just telling y'all. What you think?
I'm really not a sample kind of nigga, but this shit is good. And my team will tell you, I done commercial where I won't drink this shit. That nigga that paid me a whole lot of money, I be like, I ain't drinking that shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But why
I think you would like this. My nigga Kev is a red.
Give him one of those.
That nigga's a red.
Give him one of those. I want you to tell me.
He's a
hold up. You got to come over here, dog.
Come on, Kev.
Come over here, because we don't want. Hold on, wait for you pop it. We won't come on over here.
Yeah, tell us what that motherfucker do, because you a real motherfucking.
Come sit right here and drink this thing. I want you to tell me. Come on, hold up. Come sit down for 1 second.
That's right there.
What you think?
Yeah, I could do that.
See what I'm saying?
I could do that.
Red Bull, y'all in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling y'all right now, we call this King Kongan, because we go wild. You know what I'm saying? We straight from the jungle.
King Kongan.
King Kongan. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
they can't
sir.
stop us because we King Kongan.
That's big business.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete, what you been doing on the music tip? Like, you know, everybody know that you got all these different business hands, but musically, have you decided to put back out some of that old school No Limit music, or what you on right now?
So I have a lost tape that I'm gonna play for you, and I want you to tell the world, and I want the world to tell us what they think about it, because, and then, you know, we OGs now. I want to do this last album with you called The Last OG.
Come on, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? I'll come in here and go do how we used to do. Sleep in here and let's go.
2
Let's
weeks.
pop it on and we
yeah, that's 2 weeks.
But for the No Limit Chronicles, you know, the documentary is #1. Tonight is going up again. It's going to get even bigger. And we built a dynasty, you know, and it's not a one-man army. I think all my soldiers, I salute all of them, from you, Snoop, to Mystical, to Silk, to Mia X, to Fiend, Mr. Servon, my brother C Murder, Free Corey Miller, Mac, Soldier Slim, R.I.P.
Steady mobbing.
Yep, Steady Mobbing, R.I.P. Magic, R.I.P. Fifth Ward Weeby, Crazy, man. It's just so many. I could go down and down and down the list, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy is how me and Fifth Ward Weeby became friends. And
Yeah.
Spitter and Soldier Slim and like all
Currency.
the, come on,
I
man,
mean,
all the niggas that was kids when I was there have grown into grown men, and we still manage that relationship and we still love each other, man.
Man, Mia X son rapping now, Mystical son rapping.
What?
Yeah, shout out to Romeo,
Yes,
Symphonique,
sir.
my
Yes,
kids,
sir.
man. All my kids, man. You know, my boys, Hersey and Mercy, they balling right now. They doing their thing. And, man, it's just a blessing, bro, for us to still be alive. You know what we done been through, Snoop. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how you can't celebrate that?
Yeah, that alone needs to be celebrated. The struggles and the hustles that we had to get where we at.
Man, it's crazy.
If they only knew. If we had a camera on every day of our life, it'd be a motion picture every minute.
And look how good God is when you do right, man. That he'll give you tenfold.
Yeah.
He'll take from the wicked and give to the righteous.
Oh,
And that's what people don't realize. A lot of people don't have nothing now because they was wicked.
Right,
Think about it.
right.
And they mad at us because we still, look how we've been helping the community, helping the kids, giving back. And then this show #1 with a little no promotion because it's raw, it's real. This is what the people want to see.
And they want to know what went into making
Exactly.
No Limit. What did it take for P to become Master P?
And we still celebrating other people from North. We celebrating Cash Money.
Yeah.
You know, when those guys, when our time was coming down, they was coming up. That's what I could have brought them and signed their whole company. But guess what? God had a bigger plan for them.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to look at. But they always put us up against each other.
When it should be, this is a brother allowing the company to grow on their own and get
Exactly.
their own.
When I talked to that man, Snoop, he had his own vex. I always tell people, you don't need to be with a boss if you're your own boss.
If you feel that about him, you know he didn't need that.
He ain't need it.
Come on, man.
And look what he did. Look what he ended up doing.
Bossed up. Him and Slim bossed up.
Man, I end up doing a song with Lil Wayne. It's called Power. I gotta let you hear this thing, man. And
That's so overdue, you and him.
Yeah. You know Lil Wayne, the best rapper ever come from New Orleans.
Off the top.
I'm gonna be real. Him and Mystical. You
Him
know what I'm
and
saying?
Mystical. When I say Soldier Slim,
Soldier.
If he'd have had more time,
Yeah.
he was going. He was coming. I remember when you first put me on. Remember when you walked
Yeah.
in the studio, it was like,
Yeah.
bruh, this man is the closest thing to Tupac,
Yeah,
and I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
And then that nigga was like roommates when I went down there.
He was wild.
That was my nigga, man.
He was wild, man.
He was my roommate in the
Yeah.
apartments you put us in when we
Yeah.
first moved there. See, what y'all don't know was P had us living in an apartment buildings. I don't even know the name of it.
Yeah.
But we was all in apartments and we had to fuck with each other. We had to communicate. I had to
That's
borrow
how we
sugar
spend
from
time.
him and
Yeah.
had to come over his house and this and that to where we was all like this. So when we went to the studio, we was already family.
Yeah. And we got to, so this is how we handle our difference, because everything wasn't perfect. We put the gloves on.
Off the top.
In no limit.
You got to
It
lock
wasn't
up.
no shooting or nothing like
Put
that.
them gloves on.
And then come back.
Handle
We
that.
all good.
Yeah,
Win or
good.
lose.
Put them gloves on. We'll talk about it later. Put them motherfucking gloves on. If you ain't trying to put them gloves on, stop the talk.
Yeah, stop all that. So now, y'all, it's a blessing to have this number one at a time like this.
Yes,
and
sir.
When a lot of people didn't think that this could happen, and have the whole soldier movement. Y'all see what me and Snoop got on, the whole camouflage movement. You could go to Monyatis.com, MONEYATTI.com. Monyatis stand for motivating oneself, encourage you actively to think independently. And Nike did it. Why we can't do it?
Why not?
Nike was so big, but they came out their garage because we allowed them to grow and make mistakes. So I tell people, even if you're looking at this documentary, you had to allow me to make mistakes and get my production right, just like I did in music. So I had to grow. Okay, let me go find some great producers to take this to the next level.
Right.
And that's what I done. Because at first, when you have money, just because you have money, it's a lot of people with money that's not happy, that's broke mentally because they can't get it together. All they doing is spending money, throwing it away, people playing on them. So you got to know. You got to invest in yourself. Everybody got 24 hours. I went back, studied my craft. I got better at the storytelling, everything. And I think in music, like I tell you, in the Bay, when people laughed at me, it was like, oh, that's a country boy. You know, he got bread. We're going to take, because even when I was on the road, I go on the road, people don't know. When I was opening up for Tupac now, I was out when the lights was still on.
Right.
But I was thankful for the opportunity.
You want that opportunity to soak up all of
That's
that
it.
game. All
That's
of this
it.
is game.
I knew how good this dude was. I'm like, damn, okay, I got to switch my stuff up. I got to get it better. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I tell people all the time.
If you get to practice with Michael Jordan, why the fuck would you want to go practice with Michael Jordan?
That's
I'm
what
going to pay to go practice
That's
with
what
this
I'm
nigga to
saying.
get my shit
That's
right.
what I'm saying. So you got to realize it's not an L, it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
But if you're a student, you want to grow as a student. So that's
Be a
just a
student
lesson
of the
that you
game.
learn from,
Be
so
a
you can
student.
study to become better at what you're trying to be.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't want to put the work in. Then they get mad at you. So that's why I'm going to tell y'all, that's why I got in a product, because let me show y'all something. Product don't talk back.
It don't.
If I make $1 million, these noodles are not going to call me mad because he ain't make no money. Please, product, do not talk back.
Hey.
He ain't mad. Product, I'm in the product business now, Snoop, because I ain't got to pay him when he go to strip club. I ain't got to put my money out of my pocket to take care of you to get your bras. I work for my money. So when I go somewhere, hey, couple noodles, how much you want? P, I don't want anything. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. You see, this is where I'm at now. I'm not in the music business no more. I'm in a product game. Product outweighs talent. Why me and Snoop still big financially, how we are, because we got in the product. Y'all see, he got cannabis, he got all these different products, he got clothing. Anything you could think of, if we think that we could put some money into it and make it, we're going to put our money into it because that's what they do. Y'all, they keep brainwashing us like, oh, you only got to have one thing. So y'all think y'all just got to be a rapper. If you thinking like that, or you just got to be a basketball player, you lost. I'm telling y'all right now, take 20 minutes to 1 hour a week and go on the internet and pull up economics. Pull it up. Economics. Pull that up. See what it is. Pull up banking. Figure out what to do with your money. Because they teach us how to get money. They don't teach us what to do with it. So, and you won't be mad at nobody. I got producers, artists mad at me for 25 years ago. 25 years, I ain't selling no music. What y'all mad at me for? I got money because I got product and it don't talk back. Look, I can hit it right now. Ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't gonna swing or nothing.
Just keep dropping off money. He just gonna keep dropping it off.
Look, they didn't believe in this at first.
You said some shit that I never thought of, but I'm like, this is the most brilliant shit you ever said. Product don't talk back.
They don't talk back. Snoop, you ain't got to be mad. You got a nice big house. You got nice cars.
No.
You work for that.
No.
You go up in here late night, putting these tracks down, coming up with the product you have, going through those relationships, got to switch it up. Think about it. Some of y'all in the hood can't switch it up. We can put a suit on. Yep. We know how to talk when we're in a corporate meeting. You got to be able to switch your game up. I take this product here, man, look. He ain't coming out there with his pants sagging. I'm trying to go in the meeting and mad. Talking about, man, what you doing in there with them white folks? Nope. The product ain't going to do nothing but stay there and chill. Sit there. I'm going to put you on the shelf, sell you, and go make some more. Because I took my money that I hustle with, and now you mad at me. And you know I can fight. You already know that, so I'm not the one. Leave me alone. I'm just telling you. But invest in product. I do believe in God, but I do live an eye for eye. Leave me alone. I ain't messing with nobody.
Alone.
I'm trying to tell him, Snoop.
Leave us alone. We try to live. We try to be grandkids, grandfathers, man.
We ain't doing nothing to nobody. We trying to take care of our family.
Hey,
they
man.
keep asking me, well, P, why you gonna put up? Man, I ain't putting nobody. I'm putting this product out.
Yeah, that product.
I'm
is a
taking
cold
Auntie
seller.
Mama
Yeah.
and Uncle Ben off the shelf
yeah.
and put Uncle P on the
Yeah,
shelf.
there you go. There
I'm
you
putting
go.
the noodles, the icon noodles.
There you
I could
go.
put our people on there, put our people faces. I know a lot of people I don't like Boosie. I put him on there. I'm putting Snoop Dogg next. You know, I put Biggie Smalls on there. Then people say, well, why you ain't put Tupac? Man, y'all don't even understand how hard it is to get the approval for that.
Right.
That's what I tell people. We have to start thinking outside the box and look at other people's life. You know, so when I put these noodles out, guess what our people say is, Snoop? How much sodium in there? I said, well, how much sodium in ramen noodles? They sold 10 billion. Y'all ain't even tripped.
Now they want to ask you
They
tough
want
questions.
let me get mine on the shelf,
Right.
and then I can make it even more healthier for you.
Right. At least
But
get
let me
in the shelf.
let me get some of the shelving space. They buy my potato chips. How much salt? Well, how much salt in Lay's?
A lot.
Think about
Make
it.
a whole lot.
Look,
So
so
you
they
open
ask me
the
about
bag.
the rice right there. I say, well, is your rice healthy? I say, Uncle Ben been in that store for 130 years. Y'all ain't never said that. At least let me get in the store and compete with them.
Right.
They had a slave on the back of the box, man.
Mm.
Think
A
about it.
real one.
And gave that man $50.
A real one.
He was, guess what he was? He was a model. He don't own that, no percentage go to his family. All that time. We got to change that narrative. We got to educate. Let me tell y'all something. I don't pray for money because I'm like instant grits, add water, I'm going to make money. I pray for wisdom. Look in the Bible. You pray for wisdom, you can get the money.
Right.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
We know how to treat people. We keep our word. Think about it. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I don't care what I'm doing.
It's
I'm going to
done.
do it.
It's a done deal.
I still got all the same friends. You go look around.
Right.
Me, Boz,
Right.
Big Court.
Yeah.
This Jimbo, my cousin, he was locked up at the time. So he did 20 years, but he home now. And look what we able to do as a family.
Same
But
shit.
now I'm getting his mind right.
Exactly. But that's what you always did.
see what I'm
was-
saying?
You was more of a psychiatrist to us than anything
Yeah.
because you dealt with so many personalities and so many niggas that was dealing with hood shit, and you was
Yeah.
basically showing us how to get to the next level business wise
Yeah.
and how to flip the script and change up and
Yeah.
not just be one way but have different ways
Man,
of doing
you're going
this
to have to be the hardest dude in the world. The hardest dudes in the world are dead or in jail.
Mm.
And when I talk to Jimbo, he did 20 years. I say, well, bro, why are you changing? Because you know you're around people that's changing. They know how it used to be.
Right.
Now they get around, look, bro, you can't hang around me if you're going to have that type of mindset. Now we're going to stand up for our family. Whatever we got to do, we're going to let them know what they're dealing with. But we come in peace. A good soldier prepare for war in time of peace.
Mm.
That's y'all need to read the book, The Art of War.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to understand. That's how life is. We always being prepared. They've been preparing their families for years. That's how they have money. That's how they build generational wealth. They pass it down. We don't have nothing. We go, oh, yeah, well, what he did 20 years ago. People who mad at me that what I did 20 years ago, what would y'all be saying if I was dead or in prison? Y'all be, man, P, the dude, I used to take care of us. He did.
Right.
Think about it.
Right. But since you still here and you still having it, they looking at what they don't have as opposed to what
Well,
they
you ain't
did
do
wrong.
nothing to get it.
But you fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You gave everybody the ball on the 20-yard line and showed us the end zone. Now, whether you went in that way or you ran the ball that way or threw it sideways or gave it to somebody else, you gave us the ball on the 20-yard line. You didn't put us in the end zone, but you gave us a position to say, if you do the right things, you're going to get in that end zone, and I'm going to show you how to get in there every time.
So I'm going to tell y'all something. If you call yourself a real dude, a real nigga, whatever you call yourself, and you mad at me, you really need to look in the mirror. Because I'm not God. The Bible say no man, nothing but love. And I done gave more love. Anybody that mad at me, I want to ask y'all one question. What have y'all ever did for me?
See, but you weren't supposed to ask that question.
But you know what I did for you. I'm just saying. So you
see,
mad.
But
You
ain't
mad
supposed-
because
when you ask that question, you change the whole dynamic because they can't say that they've done more for you than you done for them. That's off the top. Just because the heart that we have, we
Yeah.
give so much that you do more giving
Yeah.
for others than you do for yourself. And sometimes
think
people
about
don't know
this
that.
though. I bet you none of y'all can't say I owe y'all something. So I gave you an opportunity. Think about it, I'm a boss. If you came around me and you a worker and I'm a boss, I always tell you go get your own business if you don't want to do it under my roof or my way. That's even like kids. Your kids can't tell you what to do if you paying the bills.
Go get your own
Go
apartment.
get your own. See what I'm
Get your
saying?
ass out. You don't like me watching this channel?
Yeah.
Go get your own TV.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And they all moved out.
Yeah.
All three of my motherfucking kids moved their hot asses out. Two of them because of me, one of them because of their mama. And that's just what it is. You don't like shit around here, get your ass out.
So think about this, Snoop. Grown men that was 20 years ago. What is y'all mad about when you got your own kids now? And I ain't been around you in 20 years.
But P, that to me is envy.
Yeah.
And it's envy. And I watched that with Don King. Because Don King, it was like how me and you is.
Yeah.
He got all these boxers paid and he still had all this money and the boxers was mad at him.
Yeah.
How the fuck is you mad at the man that put you in the game and still got his and you dropped the ball?
Man, let me tell y'all something. When I was in the hood, right? If I go to one of the big homies and I get some work from them, when I spend my money, I'm going to either have to come back and get some more work. He ain't going to say, here, big dog, you know, whatever he gave you, that's you. Whatever you do
blew
with
it.
it. You know what I'm saying? If I go buy me a car right now and I'm broke.
You blew it.
See what I'm saying? And you know Snoop at the time, most of the dudes with us, they don't want to admit it. They was making it rain in the club.
Man, you taught me how to go get a house in my name.
Yeah.
Go get a car for my wife. Go get a car for me. Then I brought my studio to New Orleans.
Yeah.
But you showed me how to stay confined within, like, nigga, all you got to do is go to the studio and back home.
Yeah.
Studio, back. You ain't got to go to the club. You ain't got to do nothing. Like, don't let them niggas take you to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I went a couple times with Soulja Slim and C Murder. I can't help it. I went a couple times, but you used to always say, nigga, don't go back. You told us, like, standing on that shit.
Don't let them trick you out your position. Think about it. When we go back to help the kids in the community and take care and feed the elderly. But when y'all got to realize you just cheese for the rats.
Right.
That's why so many people that make it lose their lives because they trying to prove something. Let me tell you something. Dude hit me up on social media and he said, yeah, I'm the dude who used to beat you up in middle school.
I got one of them niggas.
And guess what I said? I said, well, do it now. That's what I said, Snoop. Do it now. That's the only thing you can remember. And when I see him, I pull him up. Little bitty dude. He ain't even grow.
Yeah, he's still in the third grade. And he living off of that. I got a nigga just like that just loves telling niggas, you know, I used to beat this nigga up in the 7th grade. I'm like, you know what, cuz, you say that shit one more time, we gonna put the 7th grade in 2020. Nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass right now. I've been in the gym, nigga. I'm gonna try this new kick out on your ass.
Isn't that where they mindset at, man?
Because that's what the hood breeds. Like,
Man,
you can't outthink the
Nah,
hood.
let me tell y'all something, right? So I know some dudes when I was at school at Booker T, right? In the 9th grade year, they was the nicest dudes I ever wanted to meet. See, by the 12th grade year, when they got them pistols, Snoop, they was the most dangerous dudes I ever met in the world. You couldn't tell a joke to them. You couldn't say nothing. So you got to realize that you don't mess with people. You don't pick on people. And this happened in real life. I'm going to tell y'all something. I got into it with a